Stop exercising like a bodybuilder if you want to work as a high performer. Hey, my name is Just Visser and I'm a biohacker, and in today's video we talk about the topic why you only get advice from bodybuilders, how to train, how to eat, and then feel sluggish throughout the day and don't actually get the productive work done. And first of all, I from day-to-day base work with entrepreneurs, and a lot of entrepreneurs will come to me with this problem. They are most likely well trained. Some of them are well trained, others not so. But a lot of people are well trained, and they all have this problem that they think that they need to do this bodybuilding routine in order to be, physiologically active, healthy, and all of that. But then they, eat properly in bodybuilding approach, but then they don't have a great life, a great productive entrepreneur life. And when you now see all these high performing entrepreneurs, they never exercise like a bodybuilder. And please, you can have a great body without exercising like a bodybuilder, but you never will go on, on some bodybuilding event. You never will gain that many muscles because you want to exercise as a high performer. And that is the healthiest part, that is the best part, that is the part that gives you the longevity effect, that is the part that gives you the focus throughout the day, and that is actually the part that helps you to live long, to live healthy, and to live a good, great life. So that was the first thing. And secondly is that you need to understand when you don't exercise that we have a body-mind connection, okay? And when your body is trained, when you have a good body, then nice. Nice, nice, nice. When you're not trained, it is okay. You can start to do that. Because executives, and CEOs chase performance, but always in a broken vessel. They think, that they need to swallow the next magical pill that trains their brain, but in the end, most of the effect can be made, or most of the results can be made through physiological approaches, to physiological training, through clean nutrition, good sleep, and good exercising. That is 80% of the things. And there are a lot of entrepreneurs who are unhealthy, and I know it sounds hard and I know it sounds bad, but whenever you think about, taking some performance enhancing supplements or substances even that have high risk and high, side effects, then please consider trying out to exercise and you will feel good after that. So we have the muscle mind connection, and when this is disconnected, it gets us brain fog, ED, and fatigue. So therefore, we need to understand our biological foundation. That is step number 2. By the way, if you know my videos, I have always 5 steps or 6 or 7 steps here, and I will break down the whole topic to you and explain you exactly what to do on a scientific, proven, and right and correct basis. I don't want to, throw studies in here, but keep in mind everything here is well studied, well organized, and I actually have a whole database about studies and the research I do in my program, so every one of my clients know exactly how hard I work on the research and the medical accuracy. I didn't do this all day long, 2 years before I was a health guru with nature stuff, but for last year I changed and I did this scientific approach, and I have a huge database, and it gets bigger and bigger. It's bigger throughout the day because it's my hobby. The research stuff is my hobby. So, anyways, the next one, the biological foundation. We need to understand that having muscle mass is good, having a cardio base is good, and therefore VO2 max is good. So these are all predictors. Sorry, these are all predictors of brain performance and especially of performance. And we want our brain to perform, and therefore we need to cover the performance part. Okay. And this is the muscle mass, the cardio base, and the VO2 max. So studies show that people with a higher muscle mass, of course, this graph gets, at a certain amount, doesn't increase, even it decreases in top end. But the graph shows that higher muscle mass correlates with higher brain activity, and ability to be more active. I see this. I have a hobby at chess, and these new chess pros, the new chess generations, are all now into physical activity, and the chess gets better than ever. By the way, Magnus Carlsen has a private personal trainer, and that is actually his brother. So he's a personal trainer, and Magnus Carlsen, the best chess player of probably all time, actually does physical activity too. And all of these people who need to do hard brain stuff do improve their muscle building process, because with building muscles you need to take care of your sleep, which is actually also good for your brain. You eat proteins, which is also good for your brain. You eat supplements like omega-3, like magnesium, because you want to be healthy, and that is also good for your brain. No wonder, no wonder. Then you take care of your nutrition, of your food, which is also good with your brain, because through the vagus nerve, your stomach, and not your stomach, sorry, your gut and your brain is connected, and that means the hormonal flow, the hormonal system is actually connected with the gut brain axis. Very fascinating, right? The cardio base is also good because when your blood isn't flowing, your brain can't be active. Activity only gets created with, active brain function, and that is only, with active brain flow. So, with active blood flow. And last one is the VO2 max that actually shows your ability to recover, your rest mode, and all of that stuff. The VO2 max can be measured in a test, but a good VO2 max is most of the time made with steady cardio, steady sauna, steady good nutrition, proper fat resources, proper inflammation rate, and proper body percentages, especially. So then we have step number 3, and step number 3 is the hormone control, and that actually means that not only our body needs to be controlled, but our hormones need to be controlled. So that means testosterone, thyroid, vitamin D. All of these hormones have influence of your health, and the only way you can monitor it is through an optimized blood work. That's it. That's literally it. And when you want to do this, go to a doctor or go to a website or actually be a client of mine and ask for a actual general overview over your health. And if the doctor can't provide it, I'm free to help you with that. I'm free to give you all the information about what a real blood work should include, what is unnecessary, what not. As always, I'm not a medical advisor. I'm not, I'm no doctor. I haven't studied it. It's all made by research and, through experience with clients and all of these people. Okay, but I work with medical advisors, and we together want to actually improve the world towards this. But having control over your blood work is literally essential to, and is even more important than having the bodybuilding diet. And then, number 4 is you need to have a minimalistic training. Because, think of this. If you are a pro bodybuilder, what is your number one stressor and your work? Of course, the exercise, the perfectionizing, the doing everything the last inch to gain more muscle to have the better output. But when you're an ordinary guy, you have another stressor. You have a business to run, you have family, you have all of these things. Of course, bodybuilder might have them too, but the most successful bodybuilders don't have these things, okay? By the way, the most successful entrepreneurs don't have these stressors too, but that's all different story. But you can't have these two high stressors like bodybuilding and business and think that you get the best in both areas. That is literally impossible. So instead of focusing on optimizing your time in the gym, of course you should optimize the time spent in the gym, and you should minimize or perfectionize your plan for yourself to have the highest output with the lowest impact, and then focus on your recovery to have great physiology, to have a great business, have time for your business, to have great mental recovery, and to in general, oh, alarm turned off, but anyway, and to be able to recover with all of these stressors. That's the only reason why you can't handle a bodybuilding diet, where you can't handle these things when you want to grow something extraordinary good. When you want to grow a small business, when you have only merch, okay? Some of these bodybuilders have merch or all of that, or have a code for a supplement and do some YouTube videos. That's totally fine. You can do that. But when you now need to do hard, deep work and have this bodybuilding life, that is not possible. So you need to channel and change and get your resource from people who actually give you the high performer health lifestyle and not the bodybuilding lifestyle. And I know I come from the bodybuilding area too, and I need to understand that these are two different areas and these are two different, niches to be treated. So my rule, as always, is in the evening, in the end of the day, if your body isn't built, your brain is compromised. Period. But if your body is too built and you focus too much on your body, your business is compromised. So you need to choose and you need to find the real switch, the real midway between optimized body health and optimized business. Because then you can use the physical activity as energy for the goal. You don't want to be a pro bodybuilder. You want to be a healthy man who has nice muscles, of course, who looks good, who looks attractive, who looks healthy. But you want to have a successful business. And that's what a healthy body will give you. Period. Have a great day. Enjoy your day. Love you. Bye.